going on out there, Raider Nation? Man, another ugly win, man. Just by the ending, another ugly win. But hey, we'll take it. We're 7-4, game in first place ahead of Denver. We just can't seem to lose right now. But I mean, that Bears defense really kept them in the game. I mean, what do we have? 4 trips, I believe, inside the 10 with only 1 touchdown, 3 field goals. I don't know how, like 6 trips, 5 or 6 trips inside the red zone. So that defense, they have a great defense, and that carries them a long way. And that's what they were banking on. They didn't have Cutler. Still no excuse for them to, they loss is a loss. We're injury depleted too, so it's even. But 25-20, we held on for the win. Just couldn't seem to punch in the end zone, though. I mean, like I said, you have to give Bears defense credit. They sacked Palmer, I think, 4 or 5 times. He had about over 300 yards passing, 0 touchdowns, 1 pick. But I mean, in the beginning, first drive, we held them 3-and-out. They won the toss. 3-and-out. Things look good. We were driving. We do actually know. It was a quick drive, like 2 or 3 plays. We were already within, in their territory. I'm not sure if we're in the red zone or not. Couldn't cash in. Had to kick a field goal, and then the next position, he throws a pick. Who picked it? Was it Stanford or was it Route? I'm not sure if it was. No, it was Huff. Michael Huff, I believe, picked it. Michael Huff or Stanford? I'm not sure. It was either one. I'm not sure if Huff got the second pick or the first pick, but I know it was Route. Huff and Wembley had the picks, but we had a pick. We turned that into a field goal. Once again, couldn't punch it in. And then they get a good kick return by Johnny Knox. And actually, he was the one that we had to watch out for. We didn't have to watch out Denver Hester for nothing. He didn't really do anything in this game. Johnny Knox is the one that pretty much did everything. He returns it. He had a pretty good return, about just outside of our 30. And then a few plays later, Haney hits Johnny Knox on a slant pattern, same pattern that Eric Decker beat Huff in, but I don't think Huff got beat. I don't know who was that got beat. Puts him up 7-6. I'm like, fuck, man, this is exactly what we need. This is not what we need, but exactly what we need, being sarcastic. Like, a fucking tough game with their backup quarterback in, and we just give up, our offense can't punch it in, our defense just gives up touchdowns to that. But then we answer right back. The key play on that was a screen to was it Marcel Reese? Big gain, and then drive stalled again. But at this point, I didn't really, as long as we just put any points were good enough for me, because I knew, by that time you kind of had a sense the way the game was going to go, and any points, whether it was a field goal or not, was going to be good. So got the field goal up 9-7. So I'm like, yeah, that's good. Hopefully our defense can hold. They've been playing pretty good, except for that, the only reason why they scored was that return. That's what I was thinking. 9-7, and they started to put together a drive. And I'm like, man, fucking why? Why does this shit always happen? Inside our 10-yard line, to me, in my opinion, the play of the game, Haney goes back, he turns around, looks like he's going to throw a screen to Forte, and you see it on the TV screen. You see Aaron Curry come up, and you're thinking pick six. You see him come, and he reaches for the ball, and he tips it. And at that point when he tipped it, I was like, fuck, man, pick fucking 6. He fucking, within that second, I was thinking, fuck, and then the ball tipped, but then you see Cameron Wembley come and pick the ball up, and he's rambling downfield, man, and he almost takes it, and he goes about 86 yards. Where you get pulled out about the 4 to 3 yard line. If Aaron Curry would have stayed with his block the offensive line that ran away across the field and caught him, if Aaron Curry would have stayed with that block and been paying attention, because you see him kind of like look at Cameron Wembley a little bit, if he would have paid attention and at least distract him a little bit, a little block, that would have been a touchdown. It didn't happen, but we got the ball right there, right before the half. It was like 15 seconds left to go in the half. And then it was like 5 seconds left. We couldn't get it in once again. 5 seconds left, and then it looked like Hugh Jackson was gonna chance and go for a touchdown. I'm thinking, what the fuck is this guy doing, man? He's crazy, to do some stupid shit like that. It was only 5 seconds left. Take the points, take whatever points we can get. We need points on the board after this from this opportunity. Sure, good thing he puts the Shadikasi out there. By the way, if that guy, him and Leckler deserve the game ball and defense. They played pretty good for the most part. One of his 6 field goals puts us up 12-7 at the half. And then third quarter, it's pretty much they didn't really get anything going. They didn't, all Haynes picks were in the first half. And we took it was kind of stagnant. Once again, we were moving the ball, but we just couldn't punch it in. And went to the fourth quarter up. Was it 18-7 or 18-10? 18-7. Yeah, 18-7. And I'm thinking, shit, dude, we haven't scored any fucking points in the fourth quarter for so fucking long. I thought it was we hadn't scored a touchdown, but it turns out we hadn't scored any points in the fourth quarter in the last 6 games. And I was like, fuck, that's not a good stat, The Bears are right in it. Like, their defense is keeping them right in it. And I was like, fuck, man. These, better not, no fucking stupid mistakes. And Bears started to sustain a couple of drives. Defense holds up, did their job. But they cut the lead to 18-13, and you're thinking, man, here we go again, man. This is gonna be a fucking nail biter. And then, we're around midfield. Palmer hits Lewis Murphy on a big play for a 47-yard gain to the 3-yard line. And we're thinking, man, Raiders thinking, man, we could just punch it in, get a touchdown. The way our defense is playing, it's gonna be a ball game. And sure enough, Michael Bush puts it out from 3 yards out, 25-13, we're up. So I'm thinking, I'm sure all Raider other fans are thinking, that's a ball game. 25-13, our defense is playing good. There's no way in hell in 3 minutes these guys are gonna score twice. What does our fucking defense do? Allows a fucking huge ass play. Johnny Knox, 81 yards to inside our 10-yard line. And it's like, fuck. Why? We're fucking pissed. But why is this not a surprise? They seem to always do this shit, just like fucking play with our emotions. Bears put it in, 25-20 with about just a little over 2 minutes left. They kick it onside. We get it, but they had a timeout and a plus 2-minute warning. So we went 3 and out, took a delay of game. I'm checking the track on my phone, so I'm thinking, man, this fucking phone, of course, is slow compared to other shit, and I'm keeping track of it on it. And unfortunately, our defense held on. Haney made he tried to spike the ball, but he took a step or something. They called it intentional grounding. It was game over. We held on for the win, 25-20. A huge win, in my opinion. We needed that win to go 7-4 because the game that supposedly looked easy next week against Miami doesn't look so easy anymore. And that's a different Miami Dolphins team. They've won 3 out of the last 4 games, or 3-1 since being 0-7, and they almost beat a pretty good Dallas Cowboys team. And it's the thing that scares me is their defense. Had 8 sacks. With our offensive line has allowed 8 sacks these last 2 games. So, but the thing is that we didn't only 1 turnover. We took Hester away. Knox had a good game, but hey, better than him than Hester. Win's a win. We didn't allow their defense to capitalize, make mistakes, manage the game, and their defense kept them in the game. But we didn't allow them to take over and win the game. Put their offense in good field position. So very happy with the win. Get to brag to my friends, a couple of buddies I grew up with, since I know them for about 25 years, since elementary school, 3rd grade, 2nd, 3rd grade. Get to tell them. Brag to them, I was telling them Monsters of what? Monsters of Midway, what? Just stuff like that. Cubs of Midway, just all the fun. But it was great to get that win. Next week against Miami, it was I believe 10 a.m. start. It's going to be a tough game, guys. It's not a gimme. It's going to be a very tough game because Miami's job now is to make hell on all the rest of any team on their schedule that has a winning record or is in potential playoffs. Their job is to make hell for them and make sure that they don't make it. So until next week in Miami, this is Ronak saying, go Raiders, go, and I'm out.